Hey guys, my name is Justin. My channel is Video Game Addict 87. First, I'll do an introduction as far as myself. I'm 25. Um, I did have another channel here on YouTube that I'm just totally disregarding. I just felt that the channel itself was not even worth it. Just might as well just start over from the beginning and kind of reintroduce who I am and what I'm about. Like I said, I'm 25. I work for GameStop. I have a severe love of video games and cars. They're about equal as far as hobbies are concerned. I absolutely love every aspect of video games, whether it comes to glitches, hearing new announcements, watching reviews, looking up like glitches and stuff like that, seeing if if and when they're going to be fixed. I am a huge PS3 fan. As far as the PlayStation is concerned, my very first video game, I was about 5 years old. I played Tetris on the original Game Boy, and it only went downhill from there. I've owned an original Game Boy. Let's see, then it went to Nintendo, the original Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, the original PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 2 Slim, PS3, PS3 Slim, PSP, both the 1000 series, 2003 series, and 3000 series. I do not own a PS Vita. I've also owned a Game Boy SP and Game Boy Advanced. And I also have like a Game Boy emulator here on my computer. But for the most part, I'm mostly just a console gamer these days. Every once in a while, I'll play, like Heist or like Left 4 Dead or what was the other one? I play like Driver San Francisco and stuff like that on the computer, but I'm not as big into computer gaming as I am console gaming. Um, every once in a while, I'll find wherever I have Counter Strike. Um, I do have Steam and stuff like that, but like I said, I'm not huge into it. Um, so I'm as far as series are concerned, I'm really big into Metal Gear Solid, which I said I'll get into a little bit as far as the new one's concerned. I've owned almost every single Metal Gear Solid game with the exception of Acid. I have played Portable Ops, and I didn't enjoy that nearly as much as I did, the original storyline as far as Metal Gear, Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 4, even Peace Walker I enjoyed a little bit more. Um, and as far as inspiration for creating this channel and keeping up with um, video games and stuff like that, like I said before, I do work for GameStop, and as part of my job, I need to make sure that I'm on top of my game when it comes to researching games that I'm not familiar with and everything. And I enjoy a lot of older games as well. So I figured, why don't I share my love with everyone else as far as when it comes to video games and stuff like that. And I'll just keep my second channel for like car-related videos and stuff like that. If anything. So basically, today, main point of the story, the reason why you're even watching this is because of Metal Gear Solid 5. Now, if anybody is actually was watching the press release on the 27th, as far as this is concerned, you're already kind of heads up as far as everyone else who has not seen it or didn't even hear about it. Metal Gear Solid 5, we got a first glimpse of it about 6 months ago, 7 months ago, as far as Ground Zeroes was concerned, and everybody thought, "Oh, this is amazing." The Fox engine, looks absolutely fantastic. And then a couple months ago, there was a second trailer released just entitled "The Phantom Pain," and then that brought upon a lot of confusion. Was Ground Zeroes going to be Metal Gear Solid 5, or is the Phantom Pain going to be Metal Gear Solid 5, or is it going to be a split story? Well, with the announcement on the 27th, they are both Metal Gear Solid 5. It is all one solid game. And to me, that wasn't really a major thought at all. We in the original trailer we saw a unit just entitled XOF, which is Fox backwards, um, and we saw an older big boss going through an encampment, and we saw familiar characters from Peace Walker along with that, and this very mysterious character that everybody was thinking that uh, could possibly be the Fury from Metal Gear Solid 3. Now, if you're actually analyzing the trailer at all to see if we can get hints as far as what's going on, I'm actually watching the trailer as we speak to talk you through this. So the very beginning, you see Kaz Miller and Big Boss in a hospital. And basically, what the scene that's playing out here is, the doctors are trying to attend to Big Boss's wounds, and he ends up going into cardiac arrest for a few moments. And the important thing about this is that the second they realize you're going into cardiac arrest, they need to resuscitate you and bring you back as fast as possible. And they do it pretty quickly, but just not quick enough, and he ends up going into a coma for 9 years. Now, this is the setup for the story, but prior to this, and a little bit later into the trailer, I'd say about I'll be able to tell you that in a minute. You actually see after like a minute or so, you see Big Boss in a helicopter, and he's watching an attack on the MSF base, the mother base, and so it's about like a minute and 10 seconds. It starts showing the scene where he's flying this helicopter. He's got scars all over him and wounds and stuff, and he's just looking absolutely depressed. And I guess it goes into like a flashback where you see soldiers from this new unit attacking the MSF soldiers at the mother base, and you see Big Boss firing from the helicopter, and Big Boss then goes and gets Miller, and they get the hell out of there. And this still this very mysterious character. We're not exactly sure who he is, but he could possibly be the Pain. I'm sorry, the Fury. I keep calling him the Pain to everybody, and soldiers are dying around Big Boss, and it's an amazing display of the Fox engine as far as the explosions are concerned. Every single texture is like high definition. This is amazing. I have yet to see a game this beautiful before. And then of course it jumps right into the Phantom Pain trailer, where this mysterious guy is helping Big Boss navigate through the hospital. And then there's a shuffle scene, and there's a man on fire who could possibly be the Fury, and more soldiers firing, and Big Boss is trying to escape as best he can. And there's a scene when they're in the car, and there's a slow motion accident. And shortly afterwards, Big Boss climbs out of the vehicle, the ambulance, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's the ambulance, and Big Boss is looking around, and there's a character. As soon as he crawls out, there's a character with a gas mask and orange-like hair. Now, there's a conspicuation to believe that he is Psycho Mantis, just because of the way he's dressed and his actual appearance. Now, the first time we saw Psycho Mantis, actually the only times we've actually seen Psycho Mantis, he's never had hair. He's always been bald-headed. There's only like a few occasions we actually saw his face, including the original Metal Gear Solid. Now, it could possibly be somebody else, but speculation is that it is Psycho Mantis. And almost immediately after he is shown, a man on a horse rides up, and we believe him to be a Revolver Ocelot, only because of the way he's dressed. Now, it could possibly be somebody else, but just the way his appearance is the trench coat and the red shirt. His face doesn't quite look like it because of the mustache, but the mustache may come later. But continuing through the trailer, you see a giant whale that's on fire come and swallow a helicopter, which is, to tell you the truth, it's kind of far-fetched, but within the series, you kind of expect the unexpected, especially when it comes to the imagination of Hideo Kojima. And there's a scene after that, and then you see this this Pegasus unicorn-like being that's got wings of fire, and there's a man sitting on it. It again could possibly be the Fury because of this, the fire and everything. And the base is just crumbling around everyone, and Big Boss finally gets out with the Ocelot-looking character, and it shows a moment of actual in-game footage of Big Boss riding on the back of the horse with Ocelot, and I'm guessing that was a shotgun or some sort of rifle he shoots at. But every aspect of this trailer and the two other trailers prior to this shows just the beautiful mechanics of the Fox engine itself. There's even a scene right after the bridge explosion, and it shows, I guess, Big Boss waking up from the coma. This is the only thing I can gather from this is him waking up from the coma. And the nurse comes over, realizes he's awake, and go grab his doctor, and the doctor comes and says a couple things to him. But almost immediately after the doctor comes in, it says, "From Fox, two Phantoms are born." And I'll have after the trailer here, I'll actually have the screenshots that I've taken from the video. It's an amazing video. I really love it, and I love the fact that they put "Not Your Kind of People" by Garbage in as the background music for the trailer. And of course, you've got Fox versus XOF. Doctor's explaining some stuff to Snake, and then I'm going to skip a little ahead on what I'm seeing here. Alright, a phantom battle waged by the Vanished. Now this could really mean anything. I'm sure there's a lot of hypothesis regarding that. But finally we come to the main title screen from the Phantom Pain trailer, where it says just the Phantom Pain, and if you notice that the text is kind of messed up, and there's kinds of lines and stuff, and they finally reveal the actual Metal Gear Solid 5 in red over top of the Phantom Pain text. And that kind of confirms, yes, the game is going to be called the Phantom Pain, but Ground Zeroes was just the initial trailer that's just the trailer name for it. And then we finally come to the Big Boss look-alike with the mechanical red hand, the cigar, the eye patch. I mean, it looks almost identical, but he's got a horn over his right eye, which signifies that, yes, this is not Big Boss, this is someone else. And this raises the question, when it first zooms in on him, it says Diamond Dogs. Who are the Diamond Dogs? Is this a new faction that we're going to be seeing, the new enemy, as it were? And then finally it comes to the symbol for Diamond Dogs, and it says V has come too. V is 5, but the way that that sentence was phrased still raises a lot of questions as far as what is that? What does that mean specifically? Does that mean that V is the new baddie, so to speak, or is it someone else? What exactly is going on with that? So there's lots of new questions raised. Some older questions are answered, but when it comes down to it, there's still so much that's unknown that we wish we could know. It's possible that the professor, I'm actually looking up his name currently. I'll be able to find it, but it's possible that I really wish I could find his name. Snake, MSF, Cos Miller, Chico, Paz. I do apologize for the lull here at the moment. I'll be able to find it. Where are the characters? I just want characters. Okay, I unfortunately have to go to another website here to try to find out who the hell Metal Gear, Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, 4, Revengeance, Peace Walker. Okay. It doesn't have him. Oh, this is so annoying. I just want to know. Okay, there's Amanda, there's Chico, there's Huey, who is Hal's father, Hot Coldman. Okay, Zadornov. That's the name of the person I'm looking for. And it's quite possible, getting back to the video here, that the man in red with I'm sorry, the man with the red hand is Zadornov, or it's just quite possibly Big Boss as an alternate costume or something. But we'll have to find out as that comes about. I do apologize for the lull. I remembered his name prior to this recording. However, in the middle of it, I kind of forgot all about it. But Zadornov is he's kind of he's I don't know he's weird. He's a very strange character. It doesn't actually give a background story too much on him as far as in any of the games or anywhere online. But uh, as far as the rest of the game is concerned, we'll have to actually find out as we get closer to release. I am hoping that it is on PlayStation 4. I may be able to have an actual video posted later on, as far as the key features of PS4 and what I would like to see for PS4. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, of course, you can always comment um, on this video and see what you'd like to see next, or what you would like to talk about as far as Metal Gear Solid 5 and any other games, not just exclusive to Metal Gear Solid 5. If you have any questions about, Bioshock Infinite, or StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm, which are recent games as well. Gears of War, I do have some knowledge on that as well. Metal Gear Rising, God of War Ascension, um, Walking Dead Survival Instinct, which was I'm gonna actually I'm gonna talk about Survival Instinct for a moment. Whatever you do, do not pick it up. It is not worth the $60 to pick it up. It was an absolutely horrific game. They decided they were going to just release it as fast as possible just to please the Walking Dead fans. And if you are a Walking Dead fan, I do sincerely apologize, because the original Walking Dead game that came out, that dealt with Clementine, that was 1 million times, infinite times better than the Survival Instinct. Not saying that it's a truly horrible game, but as far as gameplay is concerned, with all the technical aspects of the game, it was a very low resolution game, number one, that was supposed to be high definition. So it's still in a very raw form. There are so many glitches, like you can't just jump up onto a car. A lot of the characters that you help out as far as surviving and everything, part of your little group, when you send them out to go find supplies, they'll normally get hurt so much, and they'll only find like one or two MREs, and of course they're going to want one of them. um, and as far as the whole select your path option, that was, in theory, it's a really good idea, but when it comes down to actually using it in game, not just the tutorial, a lot of times there are voiceovers, and you can't skip the voiceover. You can't leave that menu until the voiceover is completely done. And a lot of times it's important information as far as the story is concerned, but if you're on your second playthrough, there should be an option to skip that voiceover, like you can with many games as far as cutscenes are concerned. So overall, it's like maybe a 5 out of 10. It's not even worth your time. But if you are interested in picking up a new game, Bioshock Infinite is pretty much on average rated a 9.5 out of 10 or a 95 out of 100, depending on what scoring system you prefer. It's a 4.5 star game. It is almost perfect. Um, it's I mean, just as far as the gameplay is concerned, it kind of plays a little like Mass Effect, I've been told. When it comes to Elizabeth, you tell her, okay, do this, and then the AI is smart enough to know that she needs to do that. Um, she won't necessarily always get in the way, but occasionally, once in a blue moon, she'll get in the way of between you and your enemy, and she won't really do anything. But supposedly, they're going to be putting a patch out shortly to fix that. So once again, guys, my name is Justin. Thank you very much for watching the video. That's all I really have time for. Videos are already starting to get long enough. If you guys, like I said before, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you can always, propose them to me, and I'll try to answer your questions. I will either agree or disagree with your comments. And please, 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 if you are going to comment, no fighting, no bullshit. I will just delete your comment and completely eliminate comments altogether. And I would really like to hear what people actually think, and listen in on comments and stuff like that. So if you are gonna post bullshit on my page, I will just instantly delete it off there, and I will disable comments altogether. I'd rather not do that. So, but please subscribe. Please like me on Facebook. I promise I'll make it worth your time. Thank you guys for tuning in, and hopefully, like I said before, I'll have a video shortly, as far as Bioshock or something else. I haven't decided quite yet. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much.